Alright. Time for the second part. What the heck, game? Alright. She was just so happy that I didn't want to upset her. So I just had to live with the fact that I lied to some girl I never met before. Together, and we could eat lunch together, and we can study together, and I was so deep in my own thoughts that I hadn't noticed that she was still talking to me. Stop daydreaming. Actually, you're not daydreaming, it's the afternoon, but...
That's 4 days long.
Not only that, but her grip on my body had tightened. It's like she was worried that if she let go of me, I was going to vanish into thin air or something. It was a good thing that there was nobody around at that time. If anybody saw a girl hanging off me, gossip would have spread like wildfire. Especially since the girl in question was the quiet recluse that all the guys were gunning for. Can you speak a little louder so you can hear the reactions?
Oh, sorry.
Alright. Just to be safe, I decided to do something about it. I need to drink some water soon. I grabbed a hold of Mia's shoulders and pulled her off of me. Huh? Why? Why did you pull away, FunnY? Why would you do such a thing? Gah! She's like a baby who just had their favorite toy taken away from them. Okay. It made me feel like a real jerk. Yes, maybe? Although I wasn't really at fault. This was a normal reaction to being hugged by a stranger. Obviously, stranger stares at you most of the time. I thought to her, she probably thought it was acceptable because we allegedly knew each other, but I needed to tell her that it wasn't polite to jump into people like that. Even that made me look like an ass. Come on now, take it easy. It's great that you're happy and all, but it's not nice to go running into people. What the? As I was talking, I took a step back, and then I felt my foot kick something on the floor. I looked down and noticed that the entire area around us was littered with school supplies. And that's not all. They were all labeled property of Mia. I wasn't sure what to make of that. I never met anyone who was in the habit of labeling all of their possessions. Though, for all I knew, she was a klutz who would frequently lose her things and started putting labels on them so that they could be returned to her if found. Sorry. Maybe she had a compulsive habit of sticking labels onto everything she owned. Though if that were the case, she would also have labels on her desk and all over her uniform. And I'm pretty sure I would have noticed if she did that. Unless they were on the inside of her clothes. But once again, I was getting off track. Summary, there was stuff on the floor that wasn't there earlier. My best guess was that when Mia jumped into my arms, she dropped her school bag and spilled all of her things onto the floor. As if there was any other possible reason. Still, it was funny how it took me this long to notice. Seriously, you should pay more attention to what you're doing or somebody might get hurt. I lectured her as I knelt down to pick up her bag. FunnY's mad at me. Mia looked away with a dejected expression on her face. Huh? Her adorableness was making it very difficult for me to keep a serious face. I'm not mad. I'm just not a big fan of stepping on somebody else's things and breaking them. Oh shit. Speak of the devil. As I was packing the tools back into her bag, I shifted my weight onto my left knee and accidentally crushed the calculator that had fallen underneath. Needless to say, it was also labeled property of Mia. Also needless to say, my knee was hurting. Well, the screen has glass in it, that has to hurt. And there was a tear in my pants. I guess that's what I get for buying them at a discount clothing store. I picked up the calculator and examined it closely. The screen had been completely shattered. I could see small drops of my blood on the inside circuitry.
Good job.
It had been rendered completely useless. I didn't do it, it was him.
Now you're property of Mia.
No. Don't you dare blame me that. I named the guy. Just lovely. Huh? I looked up at Mia, who stared back at me with a look of complete shock on her face. I contemplated scolding her again about the importance of self-awareness, but judging by her expression, it looked like she understood what she did. I calmly stood back up and handed her her bag, while holding the broken calculator in my other hand. Sorry about that. I'll buy you another one later, I promise. Mia? FunnY. No! Huh? Whoa! Okay. And once again, she tackled me. Only this time I was knocked to the ground. Ah! What was that about? I sat up to find Mia frantically pulling back my left pant leg, examining my knee. Mia, what the hell are you? FunnY's knee, FunnY's knee, FunnY's knee. It's injured. FunnY's knee is injured. Does it hurt, FunnY? Does it? Are you alright? Are you in pain? There's blood. There's dirt. It's getting into the wound. It's going to get infected. FunnY's going to get sick. Stay right there. Okay. Don't move. Let me help you. I'll help you, FunnY. It was unbelievable. The girl was falling to pieces over a tiny cut. She's having a hyper breakdown. Like she's overly protective to him. A cut that she was partially responsible for causing. Though at that point, my back was hurting considerably more than my knee. Because you hit on the hard floor of the ground.
It need to be his head.
He might cause some head injuries. That'll be bad. No doubt a result of being tackled to the floor. Also her fault, I might add. But I wasn't about to bring that up. This kid was already treating the situation like a code blue emergency. If I told her that I had sustained another injury, she'd probably have a heart attack. It was strange. But in another way, it was kind of cute. Yeah.
She's dangerous.
I guess there comes a time in every man's life when he hopes to meet a girl who would make a big fuss over him.
No.
Okay. But even their wildest dreams, I doubt any of the girls behaved quite as recklessly as this.
Yes.
I had to put a stop to this before she went too far and ended up calling in an ambulance. Really? For a scrape wound?
Exactly.
Imagine what if he gets head concussion? That's an ambulance right there.
Yeah.
Hey Mia, look, I trailed off in my own thoughts again, so I wasn't paying attention to what she was trying to do. I snapped out of it just as Mia's tongue was mere inches away from my knee. Oh my gosh, she's gonna lick it. Whoa there, no need for that. Phew, that was too close. Mia looked at me with startled eyes. But if I don't clean the wound, germs are going to get in and FunnY will get sick. Yeah, and if I let you lick my cut, you'll get sick. Was she for real? She was willing and ready to lick my wound clean like some kind of animal. And given the way thing had progressed by that point, I doubt she would have minded it one bit. I knew that if I let this go on any longer, somebody was going to get hurt. I quickly rolled up my pant leg and got back on my feet. But FunnY, look, I'm fine, see? Nothing a band-aid would fix. Speaking of which, I better dispose of this before anyone else gets hurt. I walked into a nearby classroom and disposed of the broken calculator in the trash. Yeah, covered in blood. Mia stared vacantly at me as I walked out of the classroom. Now, come on, you'll get dirty if you stay down there. I held out my hand to help her up. As I moved towards her, her line of sight didn't change. She seemed to be lost in her own little world. I moved in closer and gently nudged her on the shoulder. Mia? Mia jolted like she had just been woken up from a deep sleep. She blinked a few times and then noticed me standing in front of her. I held up my hand out again to help her up. She just stared at it. After a moment of silence, she finally took my hand and I pulled her off the floor. That was strange. It was like she had suddenly switched off. What was that about? I started to brush the dust off her clothes. I guess she didn't mind because she didn't show any signs of resistance. The average girl would probably get nervous if boys started touching them. Well, that's obviously, yeah. At least, that's what I've been told. But then again, it was becoming abundantly clear that I wasn't dealing with the average girl.
Nope.
Heck, from what I've witnessed in the short amount of time we spent together, I think it was safe to assume that this concept of personal space didn't register with her. Unless, of course, it involves avoiding contact with the rest of the student body. Guess that meant I was special. I didn't know whether that was good or bad.
Sounds horrible.
You're trailing off again, FunnY. You really need to stop doing that.
Really?
I'm talking to myself. What the hell? I slapped myself in the cheek and finished brushing the dust off of Mia's clothes. Well, all the while, she remained as quiet as a mouse, and her expression had reverted back to the same evasive one she had throughout the day. It was making it very difficult to tell what she was thinking. Ma'am, what are you thinking? Strange. 1 minute, she was bubbly and vibrant. The next, she was a mannequin. Ma'am, what are you spacing out for? What were you thinking? What are you thinking? But it has been a long day, particularly within the last few minutes. Maybe she was just tired. I know I was. Either way, I couldn't shake this uncomfortable feeling I was getting from all the silence.
She's
It's getting late.
How?
We should get going.
She's thinking, how am I gonna kill him?
Yeah, she looks short. I'm gonna call her the almighty lolly yandere. God, my throat hurts. I don't know about you, but my mom would kick my ass if I'm not home before dark. I tried to alleviate the strange sense of awkwardness I was feeling by making a joke. Truthful joke, mind you. I knew full well that what awaited me when I got home tonight was a fistful of whoop ass from my beloved mother. And what the hell? Smother mother? What the?
Oh no.
And judging from the complete lack of response, I could tell that Mia wasn't even listening to me. Hello? Ma'am, what are you thinking? Please, get back to your normal sense. Mia? Huh? You still with me? Oh. Very sane. Where did you go? Guess I wasn't the only one with a penchant for getting lost in my own thoughts. In that case, I was able to cut her some slack. Well, never mind. The important thing is you're back now. And just in time, too. We should get going before it gets too dark. I'll meet you outside. Huh? Did you forget something back at class? No. Toilet.
She wants to talk.
She wants... Okay. Take your time, ma'am. Oh, okay then. Yeah. I'll just wait for you outside. I stiffly turned around and hurried towards the stairs. I guess that's why Mia was being so quiet. She needed to use the toilet, but she was unable to speak up because I was too busy putting my hands all over her. Okay? Not in that way, mind you. Yeah, not the perfect way.
Sure.
That must have been embarrassing for her. I, for one, was feeling pretty sheepish. If I could see my face in a mirror, I'd bet my face was bright red at that moment. Smooth, FunnY, just smooth, and I'm talking to myself. Making a girl stand around listening to you while she needs to use the ladies' room. She was staring. Actually, I don't know what she's doing. Okay, we need to end it here, quick. So, next part.
Bye.